डिक्टेशन शुरू होता है अब। When human first ventured out of Africa some 60,000 years ago, they left genetic footprints still visible today by mapping the appearance and frequency of genetic marker in modern pupil. We create a picture of when and where ancient humans moved around the world. These great migrations eventually led the descendants of a small group of Africa to occupy even the farthest reaches of the earth. Africa is where we first evolved and where we have spent the majority of our time on earth. The earliest fossils of recognizably modern Homo sapiens appear in the fossil record at Homo cavis in Ethiopia around 2 lakh years ago. Although earlier fossils may be found over the coming years, this is our best understanding of when and approximately where we originated according to the genetic and paleontological record. We only started to leave Africa between 60,000 and 70,000 years ago. What set this in motion is uncertain. What we think it have something to do with major climate shifts that were happening around that time. A sudden cooling in the earth climate driven by the onset of one of the worst parts of the last ice age. This cold snap would have made life difficult for our African ancestor, and the genetic evidence points to a sharp reduction in population size around the this time. In fact, the human population likely dropped to fewer than 10,000 once the climate started to improve after 70,000 years ago. We came back from this near extinction event. The population expanded and some intrepid explorers ventured beyond Africa. The earliest people to colonize the Eurasian landmass likely did so cross the Bab al Mandab Strait, separating present mm, day Yemen from Djibouti. These early beachcombers expanded rapidly along the coast to Indian and reached Southeast Asia and Australia by 50,000 years ago. The first great foray of our species beyond Africa had led us all the way across the globe. A little after 50,000 years ago, a second group appears to have set out on an inland track leaving behind the certain certain certainties of life. The in the tropics to head out into the Middle East and Southern Central Asia. From these base camps, they were poised to colonize the northern latitude of Asia, Europe, and beyond. Around 20,000 years ago. A small group of these Asian hunters headed into the face of the storm, entering the East Asian Arctic during the last glacial maximum. Why 50,000 years ago? They had penetrated the land south of the ice, and within 1,000 years they had made it all the way to South America. Some may have even made the journey by sea. The rise of agriculture happened around 10,000 years ago. Full stop.